Base coin saw significant growth over the past week. So in today's video, we're going to find out exactly where we can pick up our final bags of our base coins. Alrighty guys, who's feeling like this today? Who's feeling... It is classic consolidation, guys. When we do have major price moves to the upside, we gotta expect some red days. It's not the end of the world. I mean, when you do look at where we were at the beginning of the month, okay, going into April, a lot of our coins are up 100% or so. Yes, still down from the all-time highs, but we have made a good first step in price recovery, guys. Now, Moonwell is one that's on my radar. We normally talk about Aero a lot. Moonwell is one that I'm probably going to be picking up pretty soon as well. You're going to see here, Well and Optimism rewards are now live. You can deposit your USDC into Moonwell or on the Moonwell Vault via the Optimism mainnet. So right now, it's looking good. I mean, not even up 24 hours, almost 30 million well staked on the Optimism chain. As long as APY stays high, obviously, a lot of people are going to be staked. Obviously, the more that are staked, the lower the APY is going to be. But so far, 37% APY, 39 million staked, $1 million. So the Moonwell vaults continue to grow and bring you new ways to be earning, guys. Obviously, you got like 5% APY on USDC. And this thing's still undervalued. We were at a nearly $1 billion total market size. Now 600 million, 650 million. We've got the total supplied value at $500 million and then total borrowed at about $250 million. If you are supplying well, then obviously the higher the price, the higher the total supplied value is going to be. So it's not to say that people aren't supplying as much, but we've obviously seen like a 60-70% correction, guys. Now, are you going to buy the pullback? Because my eyes on the prize are going to be on this key trend line. You're seeing on the MACD, guys, we actually are starting to have a bit of a cool off. Maybe we consolidate, probably go down to this support, right? Probably break 100K again, maybe into next week, end of May, which is going to fear a lot of people out because they're going to say, right, we can't hold above 100K and all the bear posters are going to come back out. But at this point, I'm going to be looking at where I'm going to be picking up my bags like Moonwell. Now, the first thing we need to look at to find out exactly where we could be expecting to go, right, is going to be the others chart, because Well is others, right? We're not really going to use total 3 for Well or for Aero, but we had 4 key steps that we were looking at for alt season, basically. Step 1 was to break out of our accumulation zone. We did that. Step 2 was to flip it into support. Step 3, change of character in the chart. Step 4, break this previous range high. So we're currently in the process of doing step 2 out of 4, so we're 50% on the way, and we could be going to as low as 247 billion for the others market cap, which again is going to be like another 6% to 7% downturn, which for certain altcoins is going to be more, certain is going to be less, but probably for Well, probably be around like 10% pullback. And that would make sense because it's in line with the 100-day MA on the Moonwell chart. So really, we still haven't broken out of our step 1, which is breaking out of this accumulation zone, guys. Now, where would a 10% pullback bring us for Well? Yeah, it's going to be all the way to the 100 MA. So if Bitcoin decides it wants to cool off, and then Bitcoin dominance decides it wants to break out from this little downtrend, maybe print a lower high and then continue down, then that would make sense that, you know, coming into, I know this squiggle's a bit mad, but coming into the end of May, we see Bitcoin take the reins again, and then going into June is where we actually do see the true start of altcoin season. Now, the fundamentals with Aero does stay strong, guys, because in the last 7 days, over 53% of all CBTC and CBETH volumes on chain was settled in one place. Where was that, guys? It was AERODROME. And just getting started, more Coinbase wrapped assets are going to land on base. They're going to be ready on day 1 and hit the ground running. So you compare it to Thena, you compare it to Fluid, Uniswap, PancakeSwap, and the volume on this is so easy. And I do think it's because, number one, it's a pretty user-friendly DEX, right? Very easy for newbies to come in and swap their Bitcoin, swap their ETH, really seamless to use. And again, a lot of people are coming into the base chain. It's cheap. It's something that really did keep out a lot of retail in the last bull run. I definitely remember having to pay $100 gas fees on Ethereum, and those days are in the past now. With CBBTC, CBETH, you're not going to need to do that, guys. So 750 million volume for both of these pairs is amazing. And look at this. CB ADA, CB Doge, CB Litecoin, CB XRP coming soon. The assets are not live or available yet. Going to announce their launch at a later date, and I do think that's going to bring even more volume into Aero. But then also we need to be looking at our aero bags, guys, because our aero bags could be falling out of this channel. And if we do fall out of this channel, where is our pickup zone going to be? I mean, according to this chart here, it could be anywhere between 60 and 50 cents. But what we can do is we can then zoom out again. And you guys know I do love the 1 day chart. What we can do is we can zoom out again and see that all Aero really is doing is just consolidating. But something to note on the Aero chart, guys, is going to be we are losing this new trend that we've been in since the end of April. So we've been in this trend for a month. We're now breaking down. If we can't find support at 66 cents, then again, we're going to be getting the accumulation zone at around 57 cents. So charts are telling us we should be expecting around 55 to 60 cents for Aero. If we can't break this resistance here, then we are going to have some consolidation or a little bit of downswing, guys. But all you got to do is just zoom out, look at the bigger picture, and you can see here, guys, it does look like we did find our bottom at 30 cents. Obviously, we don't want to be closing anywhere below around 45 cents, 40 cents, or else we probably are going to have invalidated this move, and this was just a complete fake rally. But I do not think that that is the case, guys. I do think maybe we have a little fake out to scare investors. Maybe people bought into the top here at what, like 80 cents. It fears the market out. People sell their bags again, as they always do, at around 50 cents, because that is going to be from the top a 30% correction. However, for all of us who have been buying the 30 cents, 40 cents, we're still going to be up 100%. So it's nothing to us. So these moves are common in the market, guys, just to shake out a lot of retail investors, newbie investors who've come in, who FOMO'd in. A lot of people would have FOMO'd in over the past week, waiting to see Bitcoin go past 100k, waiting for alts to pump 100, 150, 200% before getting in. Doesn't make sense. All we got to do right now is just be patient. But Moonwell picking up at 3 cents. Aero picking up between 55 and 60. So that's it. If you found anything useful, you know what to do. Support the grind by clicking that subscribe button. We're going to be bringing you more base content over the next week. So make sure you got your post notifications on. I'm going to see you in the next one. Peace.